was great glory in all of that, but he was given to excess. Too many horses, too much money, and of course too many wives ruined his kingdom. And God appointed a thorn on his side named Yeravam ben Nevat. And he chose him as king. And he had Achil HaShiloni, his prophet, tell him, if you walk in my statutes and you will keep to my Torah, you will succeed. But if you turn on me, what happened to Shlomo will happen to you. And Yeravam accepted the mission, and he was given 10 tribes of Israel. Shlomo, of course, tried to kill him, but he was not successful. And Shlomo tried to kill him because he was aware of Yeravam's machinations even when he was king. But what actually happened was after Shlomo died, Shlomo's son, Rechavam, was offered the choice of reducing the confiscatory taxation that Shlomo charged, and that the people would continue to serve him if he would lower the taxes. And he took advice from the elders who told him to lower the taxes. They're serious. You don't want to lose your kingdom over this. He asked advice from the youths, the Eladim, with whom he grew up. He himself was 41 at the time. And he asked advice from the children, childish advice. What should I do? And they said, you call their bluff. If you give in now, you'll hardly be king for the rest of your life. You raise taxes. And he said, my little pinky will be thicker than my father's thigh. You think he made high taxes? Wait till you see what I'm going to do. And they did rebel. And they appointed Yeravam ben Nevat as king over them. And he decided that he built his kingdom further to the north. And he decided that if the Jews leave my place of the 10 tribes to travel down to Jerusalem for pilgrimages, then I'll lose my people. They may decide, why do I have to go from Haifa all the way down to Jerusalem? Let me stay here. So that's what he decided. He put up 2 shrines, a shrine to the north in Dan, a shrine to the south in Beit El, and those 2 shrines contained golden calves that Yeravam perhaps felt, all right, they'll worship calf worship where the object of the worship is God. It'll keep them away from real hardcore avodah zarah like Baal worship. But he was mistaken. Calf worship was not a safeguard against Baal worship. It was a gateway to Baal worship. But he did well, look what else he did. He prevented his people from going to Yerushalayim, and the Gemara says that this took place on the 23rd of Sivan. Chazal tell us that this is an ignominious day in our history, the 23rd of Sivan Nebuch. That will be this Thursday. But as if to turn things around, on the 23rd of Sivan was the day in Megillat Esther that the good news came out to the Jews of the story of how things turned around. V'nahafochu, the whole thing turned around where the Jews were facing annihilation and had no way of defending themselves. And Haman, the hater of the Jews, is the prime minister. And all of a sudden, everything is turned on its head. In the beginning of the story, the king's best friend convinces him to kill his wife. At the end of the story, the king's wife convinces him to kill his best friend. And the things turn around precipitously, but then all at once for the Jews. And on the 23rd of Sivan, so many years after that first ignominious day, where Yeravam cut off the roads to Yerushalayim, then the road back to Yerushalayim was set. But alas, we'll have more to say about that at some other times, that too many Jews remained in Persia. But the good news of the story of Esther took place on that same day that will be this Thursday, so many years ago.